and not just busy for the last few days. I mean, it's months leading up to this week. Stanley Reedy is the superintendent here at the Country Club of Jackson, and he is solely responsible. He is the only guy who has done this. He is solely 100% responsible for these beautiful greens, these lush fairways, the thick rough, the whole deal. It's all you, right?
Oh, no, not all me. I've got a staff of about 30. We also have at least 30 a day volunteers, so it's a teamwork.
Yeah, I know it takes a big team. I saw the video this morning, the brigade of mowers before the sun came out and just kind of going up and down. It really is incredible. First of all, the golf course is in spectacular condition. It's got to feel good for you and for all that staff you were talking about to hear the players talk about how good the greens are. Oh,
yeah. We really pride ourselves in the greens. We've done a lot of work in the fairways. Fairways are probably the best they've ever been to. So, golf course wise, it's as good as it's ever been.
Stanley, take me back to when the renovation happened here. Was it mid 2000s? Is that
2008.
About right? So went away from bent grass greens and the big fans, brought in the champions. Yeah. It feels like Jackson, Mississippi is a little bit of a tough climate for bent greens at this point.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Nobody would have bent grass down here anymore.
Yeah. So you go to the Champions Bermuda. How have you gotten from we're transitioning from bent to champions to these are as good as any greens on the PGA Tour?
It's basically a week-to-week deal, and guys do it differently. We think we've nailed it as far as our agronomic practices, fertilization, grooming, mowing, all the stuff we do, and we've just ironed it out to where we think we have the best greens on tour.
Yeah. How do you put together the plan for when you punch, when you verticut, when you sand, how heavy that is, kind of over the course of a calendar year? What's the schedule on that?
Yeah, pretty much the membership decides when we're going to aerify, when we're going to punch. And then, from there, because, obviously it's going to affect their play. We know we're going to do it twice, so it's just a matter of when they want to do it. As far as the verticutting, grooming, we call it grooming, top dressing, we do that weekly. So when it starts warming up, we'll go in there, and maybe it's bi-weekly, but by June, I'd say by the end of May, it's every week. We don't skip.
This summer, were the growing conditions ideal? I mean, I feel like we got obviously you got thrown a curveball about a month ago with the flooding, but prior to that, in terms of the right amount of heat, the right amount of rain, I mean, with all this Bermuda, I know you want it hot, but you need some water in there also.
Yeah, we had over 20 inches of rain in late August and September. We had a little bit of flooding. We brought in 3 12-inch pumps, and we pumped over 100 million gallons of water off the golf course,
wow.
which it never flooded, but it would have if we had to brought in the pumps.
So while the waters were coming up everywhere else, you were pumping it out kind of in real time.
And, it's kind of a curveball because we're in the middle of trying to get ready for a tour event, and we had to stop everything to do that. But the guys worked really, really hard, really proud of them. But, as far as Bermuda grass growth, it's been a good summer for it, because Bermuda likes the water, right? Likes the humidity, and it's been a hot summer. The rough here is about as brutal as it gets, for the height we're mowing at. So Tour's really happy with it. My members aren't, but the tour's happy.
Yeah, the members may be ready for you to thin that rough out pretty quickly after this is done. Where are you height-wise in terms of the rough on the golf course?
We quit mowing last week at 2 1/4, so we're probably 2 1/2. We may push 2 3/4 by the end of the week.
Which is not crazy. That's not the over your ankles, like low shins, but it's just so thick.
It's just, and the thing is, it'll open up, and so the ball will actually fall in the ground, So we go out, throw balls around, and see what it's going to do. And I mean, there's spots, and you watch some on TV that you're just brutal.
In terms of speed, we talked yesterday with Steve Gent. Said they were rolling at about a 13. Is it kind of going to stay there all week? Is it?
He's a little off. We were at 13.9 this morning.
Okay. This was yesterday. We were talking to him. So
we were 13.9 yesterday afternoon too.
Okay.
But anyways, I think that what we're doing now is we're rolling in the morning and mowing, and then we're rolling in the afternoon. I think that when we approach today, probably we'll probably push 14.
Okay.
We go to 14, they'll knock out that afternoon roll. So, because they don't want to get out of hand. And we'll lose pin positions, too, if they do.
So I saw a stat on Golf Channel earlier today that the percentage of putts made outside of 20 feet is like 9% here, which is the best on tour.
Yeah.
Some people might go, oh, well, that means the greens are easy. Doesn't that mean the greens are rolling true when you're talking about guys that putt it as well as these guys do?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We don't have a lot of severe undulations, say like Sawgrass might have,
right.
Augusta, but we have subtle undulations. So if you're a good putter, greens are true, you can putt out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we think they're great.
All right, so based on the way you set the golf course up, working in conjunction with the PGA Tour, is there a score that you want to like? There's some superintendents like, well, I don't want my golf course I don't want them to go low out there. Mm-hmm. Is there a number that you've got in mind where it's like, you know what, if the winning score is this, then it was a really good fair test?
There's not really a number I have in my mind. For me, if a guy can come out here and if he lights it up, people want to see birdies.
Yeah.
So it's good for TV. It's good for the crowd. And, we're right in there on average with most golf courses, the tour plays on. So, I'm happy with it.
I know you got a lot on your plate, Stanley. Appreciate you stopping by and visiting with us.